What used to be the ceiling is the floor I'm standing on. This weight felt heavy, now it's just a warm-up set. Remember when this pace felt fast, now it's barely breaking sweat. Every limit that I lived inside became a starting line. What stopped me yesterday is just a marker I've redesigned. The ceiling that I couldn't reach is now the ground I stand upon. Every record that I broke became the new normal I'm built on. I don't look back at the old limit, wishing I could stay. I built right past it, making furniture, then keep moving away. What used to scare me is the warm-up. What used to break me is routine. Every ceiling that I touch becomes the new foundation underneath. New ceiling, new floor. I keep building higher than before. Every limit I outgrow becomes a door. Yesterday's impossible is the warm-up I ignore. New ceiling, new floor. Always room for more. The top I hit just becomes the base. I keep raising my own price. I keep raising my own price. Watch the version of myself who thought this number was the cap. Watched him get left in the dust the second that I laughed. What felt like a mountain peak became a stepping stone. Every plateau that I lived on got demolished, then outgrown. I don't measure by some outside chart of what I'm supposed to be. I measure by the difference between yesterday and me. Every ceiling I shatter just becomes the new terrain. I keep building on the wreckage of the limits I sustain. What used to scare me is the warm-up. What used to break me is routine. Every ceiling that I touch becomes the new foundation underneath. New ceiling, new floor. I keep building higher than before. Every limit I outgrow becomes a door. Yesterday's impossible is the warm-up I ignore. New ceiling, new floor. Always room for more. The top I hit just becomes the base. I keep raising my own place. No ceiling, no floor. Always the noise was loud. The code didn't change. Hey! Every season brings a louder set of voices with the claim on who I should be, adjusting in the direction of the frame. Loud enough to make the static feel like signal for a while. Loud enough to make me second guess the heading in the mile. I was on the road, I chose in the direction I had said. Then the noise moved on to somebody else and I was still there, yeah. Same heading, same direction, same code. Underneath the sound, noise doesn't rewrite the code. The code held the ground. I used to give the noise the power to review what I was built from. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. The code is what I'm built from. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. Noise just fills the air loud for a season and then gone to somewhere else out there. The code was written quieter and the code runs deeper. truth. Practiced hearing the volume without mistaking it for proof that the code required revision, that the heading needed change. Every time the noise was loudest was the worst time to rearrange. The fundamental underneath the season's loudest claim. Noise moves on and takes the urgency and leaves the code the same. Now I let the noise performance cycle out and then receding. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. The code keeps on proceeding. I used to give the noise the power to review what I was built from. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. The code is what I'm built from. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. Noise just fills the air. Loud for a season and then gone to somewhere else out there. Code was written quieter and the code runs deeper still. Noise doesn't rewrite the code, and the code never will. Bring to the volume of the room. Noise fade, the code remains immune. Bring to the volume of the room. Noise doesn't rewrite the code. Still running. The code is starting over. I call it starting at 4. Yeah, they look at the rebuild and see the loss, see the reset, see the regression to a starting line that I should regret. But the starting line I'm standing at this time is not the same as the one I stood at first. I carry everything that came between the first beginning and the current one in hand. Every lesson from the version that fell understands. The new build added depth the first attempt couldn't possess. Not starting over, starting informed, I know when not to press. I used to hear starting over as the proof the first was wasted. Not starting over, starting informed, the first was how I tasted. Not starting over, starting informed with everything I know. Not starting over, starting informed about where not to go. The previous attempt is the most expensive education. Not starting over, starting informed, that's the translation of the loss into the advantage. Not starting over, starting informed, that's the language. The first build showed me every flaw I couldn't see before. The first collapse revealed the structural issue at the core that no amount of planning at the start could have detected. Without the living through it, without the evidence collected from the actual attempt. Now the second build begins with the blueprint annotated by the margin notes of sins and corrections from the first. That's not starting over, not starting over, starting informed. The rebuild's colder. I used to hear starting over as the proof the first was wasted. Not starting over, starting informed, the first was how I tasted. Not starting over, starting informed with everything I know. Not starting over, starting informed about where not to go. The previous attempt is the most expensive education. Not starting over, starting informed, that's the translation of the loss into Went back to the old bar on a Thursday like the early years. Found the conversation, hit a ceiling and the ceiling appears. At a height that didn't used to be a ceiling, used to be enough. Used to be the whole sky, now it's just the low end of the rough. Dropped to what I'm building, went back to the old routine. Found the grooves that used to comfort at a different sheet. Now a little shallow, a little smaller than I need. Nothing fits the same, that's the cost of growth seed. I used to want the old fit to still be there waiting. Nothing fits the same. The growth is worth the relocating. Nothing fits the same once the growth has moved the size. Nothing fits the same, and that's a cost that's no surprise. Once you know what growth actually does to everything around. Nothing fits the same, the old fit can't be found. Not broken, just outgrown. Nothing fits the same. I've grown. Conversations that used to feel like home, not feel like a country where I used to live, not where I roam comfortably now. The topics and the depth of what I need don't live in the old places anymore. They move with the speed of the growth. Found new places, eventually found new rooms that match the current size. But in the gap between the tombs of the old fit and the new fit, there's a disorienting space. Nothing fits the same, I'm finding a new place. I used to want the old fit to still be there waiting. Nothing fits the same. The growth is worth the relocating. Nothing fits the same once the growth has moved the size. Nothing fits the same, and that's a cost that's no surprise. Once you know what growth actually does to everything around. Nothing fits the same, the old fit can't be found. Not broken, just outgrown. Nothing fits the same, I've grown. Miss the target. On the miss before you reload. Yeah. Oh. Missed the session, missed the mark by a mile. First instinct was to build an explanation with some style that transferred the miss to something outside of my control. Weather, schedule, circumstance, the toll of everything converging at the wrong time in the wrong way. Watch the explanation grow more detailed through the day, until it was convincing, until I almost believed it clean. On the miss, the explanation lives in between. I used to let the explanation live where ownership should be. On the miss before the reload, that's the only thing that's right. On the miss, clean and direct, no explanation needed. On the miss, data points required, not defeated. By the weight of it, just read it, log it, understand the cause. On the miss, then reload and apply the laws of what the miss revealed. On the miss, that's how it's healed. On the miss, that's how it's healed. Owning the miss is not the same as punishing the miss. Owning is the neutral and specific reading of what this data point is telling about the gap between the plan and the actual execution. That's all, that's the scam. No drama on the owner side, no spiraling, no shame. Just the clean acknowledgement and back into the game. Armed with the information that the miss was kind enough to provide for free. On the miss, that's the stuff. I used to let the explanation live where ownership should be. On the miss before the reload, that's the only thing that's free. On the miss, clean and direct, no explanation needed. On the miss, data points required, not defeated. By the weight of it, empty pockets, never emptied out. The plan in my for the program, no budget for the gear. Built a gym out of the floor space and the will to stay right here. Used the door frame for the pull-ups, used the backpack for the weight. Every excuse about the money was a door I had to break. They said you need the membership, the coach, the matching kit. I still watch me build a body out of nothing else but grit. Poverty can take the comfort, but it never takes the will. The plan was never bought with money, the plan was always free and real. Couldn't buy the shortcuts, couldn't buy the easy road, so I built the hard way stronger than the money ever could have showed. Empty pockets, full bled, I don't need the price tag to begin. Built it out of nothing but the fire underneath my skin. Every excuse about the cost is just a door I'm walking in. Empty pockets, full bled, I was never broke within. Watch me turn the limits to the engine. Watch the nothing turn to everything. Watch the ones with everything still find a way to fall, while I build my discipline from concrete, sweat and cold. No fancy shoes, no fancy program, just a body and a why. Learn that hunger builds you stronger than a price could ever buy. Every rep I did for free is worth more than the one that's bought, cause the will behind it can't be priced to something money's never taught. I don't need the budget, I just need the burning in my chest. Watch me build an empire out of nothing but my best. Couldn't buy the shortcuts, couldn't buy the easy road, so I built the hard way stronger than the money ever could have showed. Empty pocket, full bled, I don't need the price tag to begin. Built it out of nothing but the fire underneath my skin. Every excuse about the cost is just a door I'm walking in. Empty pockets, full bled, I was never broke within. Watch me turn the limits to the engine. Watch the nothing turn to everything. Empty pockets, full bled, still standing. Formed in the comfortable, forged in the proving ground. Different material. Formed is what the easy seasons build, shape without resistance. Smooth and predictable and brittle at the distance of the first real test. Formed in the comfort of the known, formed in the seasons when nothing pressed the bone into its true configuration. Forged is different, forged requires the heat and the hammer and the persistent application of the pressure that reveals what holds. Forged, not formed, that's the proving ground's molds. I used to think formed in the comfortable was the same as forged. Forged, not formed is the difference. The proving ground has gorged. Forged, not formed, the difference is the fire in the test. Forged, forged until the load arrives at the critical threshold. In the form material showed is limited. The pressure point the forged one passed through, formed in the comfortable is what the easy seasons do. The character and shapes without the test of the extreme. The proving ground applies the heat, and what it finds is the seam between the formed and the forged. I've been in the fire. Forged, not formed. The proving ground's entire. I used to think formed in the comfortable was the same as forged. Forged, not formed is the difference. The proving ground has gorged. Forged, not formed. The difference is the fire and the test. Forged, not formed. The pressure that reveals the best. And we can serve the material and burns the weak away. Forged, not formed. The proving ground's display of what the heat produces. Forged, not formed. No excuses. Forged, not formed. Fire and pressure make this. Nobody gives you freedom. You buy it back one rep at a time. Used to think that freedom was a thing that life would hand. Found out fast it's something built with calluses on your hand. Every early morning traded for a future I couldn't see. Every late night session was a payment toward being free. Freedom isn't lounging, freedom isn't laying still. Freedom is the strength to walk away from what you will. Every rep's a coin I'm dropping in a jar I can't yet see. Filling up a future where the chains can't follow me. Couldn't borrow it, couldn't wish it, couldn't dream it whole. Had to build the strength to carry the weight of being free. Freedom costs raps, freedom costs years. Every ounce of it is paid in sweat and earned in tears. Nobody hands you out the keys to walk your own road. Freedom costs raps, I'm paying off the toll. Every set's a step toward the door. I'm buying back what's mine. Watch the ones who wanted freedom without paying any cost. Wanted the result without the discipline, and so they lost. Freedom isn't given out at birth, it's given out through proof. Built in every choice you make when no one's checking on the truth. Every boundary I set is a brick laid toward escape. Every habit I broke down is a debt I didn't let me skate. Now I'm walking lighter, carrying less weight than before. Freedom costs reps, and I'm finally paid in full. Couldn't borrow it, couldn't wish it, couldn't dream it whole. Had to build the strength to carry the weight of being free. Freedom costs reps, freedom costs years. Every ounce of it is paid in sweat and earned in tears. Nobody hands you out the keys to walk your own road. Freedom costs reps, I'm paying off the toll. Every set's a step toward the door. I'm buying back what's mine. Mine, 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 mine. I could read the label. Opened it years later. Some of it came down the bloodline, back before I arrived. Shame that belonged to someone else, preserved and survived into the next generation without a forwarding note. Just the weight and the posture and the stories they wrote around the dinner table, in the silence and the look, and the things nobody said out loud but everybody took home inside their chest and handed further down the line. Traced the way back to its origin, found out none of it was mine. I didn't choose the luggage, but I'm choosing to set it down. Inherited weight gets returned to the ground. Inherited weight, I'm putting it back. Not my generation's debt, not carrying the stack. Every shame that came before me had a different name attached. Inherited weight, the cycle stops, the chain gets detached. Not mine to keep, not mine to pass. This is where the inherited weight ends at last. At last. Took the inventory of what was actually mine to own versus what got loaded on me in a house I didn't choose. Found a clear dividing line between the earned and the imposed, between the shame I genuinely built and what was grandfathered and closed into a contract I was born into without a signature. Now I'm signing off on every clause that doesn't fit the figure of the man I'm actually building, of the life I'm choosing now. Inherited weight gets returned, and this is how. I didn't choose the luggage, but I'm choosing to set it down. Inherited weight gets returned to the ground. Inherited weight, I'm putting it back. Not my generation's debt, not carrying the stack. Every shame that came before me had a different name attached. Inherited weight, the cycle stops, the chain gets detached. Not mine to keep, not mine to pass. This is where the inherited weight ends at last. Inherited weight, ain't worth me. Already decided. Mine can complain from the backseat. Some decisions get made before the morning, and they hold through whatever condition the morning actually unfolds. Into the mind, does it get a fresh vote every single day on the things that are already decided, already in play? As the standard, as the code, is the non-negotiable list of what happens before the mind gets the chance to assist with the reasons why today is the exception to the rule. Mine doesn't get a vote on this one, that's the tool. I used to give the morning to mind, a vote it always cast as no. Mine doesn't get a vote on this one. Decided, let's go. Mine doesn't get a vote on this one. Already done, already in the system, already in the run. The morning mind is not the committee that decides. Mine doesn't get a vote on this one. Mine just writes, already locked, already said. Mine doesn't get a vote. No regret. The mind's a great deliberator when deliberation is the task, but deliberation every morning is the road.